What's going on, everyone, and welcome back to a brand new video on the channel. Welcome back to the best handling car in Forza Horizon 5. It's the Brabham. If you guys have never seen any videos on this car in the past, there's a bunch of them on the channel. Plus, if you look at any of the leaderboards, you'll see this thing, well, apart from the cheated scores at the top of the leaderboards, but if you look at any of the legit times on leaderboards, on a lot of them, this thing will be up there. So it is, I want to say, the best handling car in this game. There's obviously some cars that are better for some tracks, but I want to say that this is the best handling car in this game. And the reason why I say that is because, in terms of handling for grip, it's very hard to be beaten. But, of course, in today's video, I want to drift it. And the reason why I want to drift is because I got a tune for this thing. It's a point drift tune. And, as usual, I love when someone sends me a code for a car that's not supposed to do something, such as drifting this car that's supposed to be really good at handling, or when I build them myself. So today I have a code for one of these that Dom has sent me, and I want to try it out and show you guys what this thing is capable of once we take it sideways, because as you can see, racing with it is ridiculous. But yeah, like I said, there's countless videos on the channel before where I use this thing to like basically put myself on leaderboards and stuff like that. It's a really, really good car. Now, let me go over and bring the old code up and slap this thing on with our new code, and I want to try it out, and I want to see what it's like to slide. 131762730. I don't really play Forza Horizon 5 anymore that often, I just realized as well. So this is going to be interesting. Today would be nice if I can I search? There it is. A little sluggish, I don't know what's going on with it, but it is loading very slowly. I don't think it's my internet either. I think it's just the game. But there it is. There it is. V12. Why is it so slow? There we go. Drift suspension, drag tire compound, all-wheel drive. Of course, it's a point drift build, because if you try to build this thing as a rear-wheel drive regular drift car, I don't know how it's going to turn out, but probably not great. Probably not great. So now, obviously, this thing with a point drift build is going to handle drastically differently. It's got the Lambo V12 in it this time around. It's going to be very, very interesting to see what it's like, especially since I said that I just don't play. The reason why I said I don't play this game that often anymore is because now I'm going to have to try and point drift. And usually with the point drift builds, you kind of need a little bit of a warm-up and a little bit of practice. Just jumping straight into them is a little weird and a little annoying, let's just say, to start it off with. But hopefully, I can get the hang of this quite quick. So, am I on sim steering? I need to be on sim steering as well. I am on sim steering. We're sorted, we're sorted. We just go down the mountain and see what happens. So these are obviously cars, this one specifically as well. But with this little mini-series that I'm doing on the channel where I'm basically showcasing a lot of these cars, these are cars that are not supposed to do this, right? Like, these are cars, like, they have the parts available, so you can, if you want to, oh my god, you can if you want to, try and slide them, but they're obviously not meant for this, right? Like, this is a race car, this is supposed to grip up, and it does that very, very well. But because it's Forza, and you can add drift suspension on cars like this, I feel like creating builds that shouldn't exist just makes the game really fun for me. Like I said, I used to do this back in the day, all the way back from like Forza like Horizon 2 and stuff like that. Like, it used to be a thing that I used to do. People found it entertaining and interesting to watch cars do things that they weren't supposed to do. Even taking cars like this off-roading and stuff like that, like, it's just stuff like that just isn't supposed to happen. But if you build them properly, they can do some serious stuff. And this thing right now did not take me that long to get used to it. It is doing bits. Oh my god, man. Why is it so good? Okay. I need to be very careful now with the way I approach this thing, because this is where the start is. I'm gonna obviously try. Okay, immediately spun it. We started like not even 100 meters in, I don't think, and I immediately spun it. Let's try that again. Different entry this time around. Slow it down a little bit. Don't go too hard. slow it down a tiny bit. You can keep the big angle and everything. And just be a little bit more in control than just sending it in and hoping for the best, which is kind of what I did there initially. I was like, just send it in, big angle, see what happens. Pretty much every single one of these is going to be able to do 1.2 mil points. And we'll see how close we can get with our very, very first run here. I'm not having a lot of angle through these corners, which I am seeing. It is obviously my fault, but like I said, I'm trying to take it kind of easy a little bit at the same time, because not playing the game for a while and then hopping on just to point drift. Like, the last time I played this game was when I unlocked the Evo, right? That was the last time that I ended up making a video on this game. And that was the last time that I played it, was when I got the Evo. I don't remember playing it at any other point. Oh my god, I should have gone faster here. So, when I'm not playing for a while and then you hop back on to point drift, especially in a car that you've never driven before, it is a little bit challenging. Time to solve that. I mean, 400k points there is very good. The only thing is, I feel like it could have been a lot more. I really like this, by the way. I don't know what car we drove the last time. I can't remember exactly. Was it the X5? I think it might have been the X5. I think the X5 Forza edition was the car that... Oh, okay. It was the X5 Forza edition. And I think that thing was unreal to slide. Okay, this one, the mistake that I made is I kind of slowed down a bit too much, because here I need to have so much more speed. Where am I going? Bro, this run is horrendous. Oh my god. Told you I need practice. I told you. How am I spinning out, man? It's because I'm dropping in the revs too much. Yeah, this guy's level 7. That's sick. He's like just starting the game. Not really. Fuck me. Pfft. I cannot drive to save my life. You know what? I'm just gonna finish this run off. I don't really care. I don't want to go again. Alright, 1177. I'm gonna leave it there. Sorry. No, I'm not gonna leave it there with that run. I'm gonna leave that run alone. I know I struggled and I played like shit, so let's hopefully try and fix that up as well with this run, because this is definitely capable of 1.2 mil points. Okay, let's try this out again. Let's see what happens. You know what I've noticed is that I suck at driving, first of all. Especially after not playing for a while. But what I've noticed is that the gear ratios are so wrong for this for this drift zone. This is probably one of the worst ones that Dom has sent me in terms of the gear ratios. He doesn't build the cars for this track though. That's the issue that I have. But I decided to test them out on this track because instead of you guys watching me on a really short drift zone try to do the same drift zone, you know, 17 billion times in one video, I'd rather you guys watch me do like 2 passes on the mountain here. And I feel like the mountain pass, the Cara S drift zone, has a lot more of a variety of corners. You know? So I feel like it's a little bit more interesting to watch me do this than, like I said, watch me do a really short drift zone many more times. That actually kind of helped me, I'm not gonna lie. Oh my god, that was so clean. A little bit too slow, a little bit too slow. The transition was good, but I was just a bit too... Oh, I need to extend this now. It's just a bit too slow. Oh, I hate that. I hate that, I hate that. I hate that I messed that one up. The transition was so clean. Okay, here, going way too slow. I completely forgot about this. Here I need to like go flat out. But then transition and try to stay as fast as possible through that, because that is just a really, really long like bend. It's not even like a proper corner. It's like more of a bend in the road than anything else. Here we try to keep it as wide as possible, but watch out for the fence. Here again we need to slow down a lot. Again, try to keep it very wide. Tapping off the fence is fine on the very far outer corner, right at the edge. That's good. That's actually not too bad. Here I need to stay as much sideways as I possibly can. Transitioning, maybe transitioned a little bit later would have been better. Or at least, just points wise, I can see how many points I have. And I'm so used to... I messed that one up. The elevation change really, really messes with you here. Like, as in, like, it messes with the way the car transitions and stuff like that. So if you do it at the same time as the elevation change, it really messes with you. And then I'll stick into third here. I don't know if that was a good idea, but we'll try like that, you know. Here, obviously, try to stay as wide as possible. Can't see half the time because I'm way too close to the trees in the hedge. Here, try not to smack into the rail, and that's 1.2 mil points. It's a really easy car to drive. It's just my poor driving skills are what's causing this thing to not drive well. It's not built for this track, and it shows with the gear ratios, but you can still squeeze 1.2 mil points pretty easy. Like, what was that, like my third run that I've done? Third or fourth? Was it fourth even? Because there was one run after I finished that disgusting very first attempt that I ended up trying. I think that was... No, I think this was my third run. Anyway, doesn't matter. Regardless, best handling car in this game when it comes to racing, and we got a point drift built with it that can squeeze out 1.2 mil points. It's pretty mental to think that this thing's able to do stuff like that. It also shows how weird the handling physics in Forza are when it comes to like point drifting. It's very, very strange that you can kind of turn a lot of these cars into point drift builds. But yeah, I wanted to try this tune-up because, like I said, I love unusual builds. So yeah, that was it. The Brabham BT62 is a pretty interesting car when it comes to just overall everything, because I guess you can race this thing on road really well, and apparently you can out drift this thing really, really well as well. Yeah, anyway, try to see if you can beat some of your records with this thing, because I think it's actually quite fun if you can try and do it. Yeah, let me know what you think of it. Share code should have been at the start of the video as well when I changed it, but yeah, for now that's pretty much it. Thank you for watching, everyone. I'll see you guys in the next video. Goodbye.